Moonlight Madness, and we're doing October reads early. I know we're at the end of September, but I wanted to get a head start because I'm going through a few things myself right now, and I wanted to pull cards on it. So I have three placements in water, which is interesting. Now, the pumpkin represents in medieval times a way to scare off nightmares, panic attacks, anxiety. The pumpkin was meant to scare away the evil, the bad spirits, because on All Hallows Eve, the dead can walk the earth. So the veil is extremely thin right now. I can tell you that because I see things. I have daydreams. I'm a ADHD kid that has daydreams. I've been daydreaming since I was a little girl at school. I used to get in trouble for it. So you're going to see people from your past that'll come up. If they've already passed over, they're able to see you. You're able to see them clearly, even if it's in your if it's in your sleep through a dream. Because I astral travel and I can see things from past. If I touch a piece of jewelry, I touch it and I'll be transported to that person. It's like a magical time machine. That's what I call it. It's a time machine. I can look forward or backward, or I can access that person's energy from the ring because it's in contact with my skin, and they picked it up and played with it, and I got their energy from it. I do psychometry. What it's picking up is right now you may be getting visitations from people that have passed over. I had my grandmother's ring on. This one. It's a ruby and diamond. It's beautiful. I got her energy in a dream 2 nights ago because I was wearing the ring, and in the dream it was an old memory because it transports me back to the past, and she may have worn it when I was learning how to draw and I was learning how to write my name, and they were all trying to give me advice because I lived with my grandparents. I grew up in a house with my grandparents and my two aunts and one uncle and my mum. She was a single mum, and I was only a little girl, and I was used to go visit on a Saturday. They were teaching me how to write my name, and they were all trying to give me advice. It was a really old dream, but that's connected to the ring. Now, this ring, my grandmother also wore it when I had a relationship with a guy that I was really in love with, and then it fizzled out because he was cold. He had cold feet. I had cold feet. He had a little boy, and I had two boys, and I was scared of combining a blended family because I didn't know how I would operate with someone else around my children, and being the person that looked after them, and I was scared of letting him into my life. I was vulnerable. My children were everything. I'm very protective of my children, so that was difficult. So I saw him recently with this ring on a bus today in the physical, and I know he's dead. I know it's a hallucination. That's, well, we call it a hallucination, but it's a daydream. I know that he's not there, but I can see him. I just don't acknowledge it. I know it's not real. It's a vision, right? He was on the bus today, and I was remembering him because that ring transported me back to when I introduced him to the family at my mum's 50th. So that was that today, which is a memory from the past. It's a memory from the past. The return of people or romances. He was a romance. I was supposed to marry him from the past. He died in a freak accident. This time, we're in 2024, 6 years ago, and it's coming up to the anniversary in December. So his energy is really strong right now. He can come through. New Hallows Eve, you can see people that have passed over. They can come through and access whoever they want. And the veil is so thin right now. I get so many impressions of people that have passed over. I had I don't know why, but I was listening to Michael Hutchence about 2 weeks ago. I had a vision of him 2 days ago. His energy is strong right now. We're not even in Aquarian season right now. But he came through to me, and I'm like, oh my God, there's Michael Hutchence. Oh my God, I'm seeing him in broad daylight. And it was just so freaky. And I had no one I could tell about this because they just, well, my family think I'm crazy, but I'm not. I actually can see the dead. And so, I don't know what to say to you, but Michael's energy is really strong right now. Maybe there's going to be a revival tour with INXS, because I do know they still tour. Maybe there's going to be a tour with INXS. There's something to do with INXS and to do with Michael Hutchence. My good friend Alison Houlihan, I went to school with her. She was a huge fan of Michael Hutchence and INXS, and I couldn't go because we were poor and I couldn't afford a ticket. But she went down to see him, and she said he was amazing. That was when they made Kick, the album Kick, and I was playing Kylie Minogue like a couple of days ago. and Kylie Minogue's attached to, because she used to date him, Michael Hutchence. So I'm guessing I drew him in through listening to her music. That's how I operate. I'll hear something, and law of attraction will bring in whatever it is that's attached to that person. So Kylie Minogue's energy is still attached very, very closely with Michael Hutchence. He looks down on her. He visits her when she's asleep. He is still all over her. He's around her. He loved her so much, and I think she really loved him too. And it was sad that he passed, but I want you to know, Kylie Minogue, if you're watching this channel, he's around you right now. So you might need some help. There might be something going on. I do know she's going to do a tour soon. He's telling her to say, oh, I've got goosebumps all down my back like someone's poured a glass of water. He's telling you, good on you for going, to keep going, to do this tour. He says you're going to do so well with the tour, and you're going to come out of this swinging. And I've got the channeling a message here. He's saying, don't give up on your singing. Your singing is who you are. Why would you stop touring just because you've turned a different number? Don't doubt your abilities, because he said, I've always believed in you. I've always believed in your ability. Because she had really low self-esteem when she dated him, because he was this amazing pop star and she'd just come on the scene. But what I got from that was he's supporting her through this tour, and he's helping her with the new song Padam, and he's around her right now. He's supporting her. So when she's on stage, I've got the goosebumps all over me. He's telling her that he's all over her, and he's watching. He's standing right beside her. So Kylie Minogue, that's a channeled message I got from Michael Hutchence. I haven't been able to access his energy until now, because it's to do with you. So any air signs out there? I've got tears in my eyes. That's beautiful. He says he loves you so much, and he's right beside you. Okay, so I've got here 9 of Swords. This is nightmares, panic attacks. For anyone that's a water sign, you've got nightmares, panic attacks, dreadful sleep patterns. Look, this is why I did this candle. I'm doing candle magic right now. This is an orange candle. And my fear is going to sleep. I have insomnia because I see things, I astral travel when I'm asleep. I've got Moonstone there, and I've got my nightmare dream catcher to scare away the nightmares that I have. I have terrible nightmares. Astral traveling. I have to touch a ring or an object, and I'm there. I'm actually there. I'm transported back 5, 10, 15 years ago, because the ring or the object transports me back to that person when they were alive, or a memory they had attached to that ring. That's how I work. I work with jewelry or an object that was someone's that passed away. If you want me to read someone that passed away, I can use an object like that, like a ring, my grandmother's ring. So it's saying to focus on, I wrote on the spell on this candle, take away my fear. Take away my fear. And it's in this little book, The Good Witch's Guide. And I said it on the other page about candle magic, self-love spell, chakra balancing, crystal water, money success. I'm just going to look through here. It's the candle section, because this has got on what spells to use and what candles to use to get rid of spirit spells and spirituality. I did have it, I should have left it where it was. Notice me spell. No, spells for love. Wish spell. Cleansing house spells for money. Not charm. Spells for protection. Pocket charm. Mind clearing spell. Probably. Quizzy prayer. Sean Robbins. Candle magic. Okay, so we've got orange candle. Now, orange candles represent increasing energy and stamina, improving the mind and memory, promoting success and luck, developing business and career, helping those with new jobs. Okay, so some of you may have just started a new job. That's why I'm using the orange candle. It also helps with the chakra that is lack of confidence. It works on the sacral chakra. So it talks on helping those with new jobs, clarifying legal matters and justice, selling goods or houses. So if you want to sell a car or a house, this is the month to do it. This is the right time. We're on a full moon, so it'll attract a new job and a new car. Capturing a thief or recovering lost property and removing fear. So this candle is going to remove some fear for people. So I wiped clean the candle with lavender oil and rose oil. And I'm going to recite the fear and phobia. You recite this. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. See this photo and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. Say that 9 times. and it will remove it from your life. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. See this photo and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. See this photo and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. With this, see this photo, which is the object that is of your fear is, which is your nightmares. With this candle, settle here. See this photo and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. See this photo and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. See this photo and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. So it's telling you, so by saying that 9 times, I'm now putting this out in the World Wide Web. Whoever's a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, I'm going to remove your fears. I'm going to remove your nightmares by saying that spell. So I've done that now. Thank God I've done that. It's also talking about celebrations, 3 of Cups. Now this is talking about celebration as a birthday. Recently you may have celebrated someone's birthday. I know my son's birthday is on the 30th, which is, what's today? Saturday. Sunday is 29th, so the 30th would be the Monday. We're celebrating my son's birthday. We did it the week before because he's in Brisbane, seeing his dad, to spend time with his dad for his birthday. But we celebrated on the 21st, which is kind of spookily strange. We celebrated his birthday on the day that we had our engagement party. We had 2 engagement parties. We had one in Newcastle. We had one in Sydney, one in Newcastle. The 21st was when we celebrated the engagement party. And I said to my son Miguel, of all days, you picked the day that I got engaged to your dad. He went, I know. I went, that's bizarre. He said, I know. And I said, I gave him a guest watch. That was my gift to him, and he gave me my engagement ring. But it's just funny that he chose of all days to pick that day. And 2 and 1 is a 3, which is creation. We got engaged in the September. We found out we were pregnant in the February. On my birthday, I found out I was pregnant with Miguel. So the 3 was creation. Numbers also attract things too. Law of attraction is numbers, numerical. 3 is fertility. 4 is death. 5 is instability, fighting, not able to get along. 6 is past or volunteering information. 7's lucky. 8's karmic. 9's endings. 10 is new beginnings. So it's talking about 3, which is creation. So if you don't want to get pregnant right now, I suggest you wear a cap. Yeah, be very careful about pregnancy. Okay, we've also got around you an addiction. Something or someone you're addicted to highly. It's a 5 and a 1, which is a 6. It's the devil card. The illusion of being trapped in a job or at home or a place, placing too much importance on material items and getting caught up in fear and worry. Again, this ties in with the fear and worry that I've got about nightmares, panic attacks, the whole thing. It's saying do not focus on the negatives, ignore the devil. Okay, the devil's around us at the moment. I believe he's on earth right now, and he's trying to tempt everyone into thinking the worst. He's using fear-based media to scare the population into going, we're going to go to war, we're all going to die because there's Gaza Strip and the whole thing. It's fear-based projection to make us all scared, like it was with COVID. We were all scared. We were all indoors. We couldn't leave our house. It was a World Health Order, and everyone was scared to leave the building. We had to stay in our homes and be scared. That energy, I feel, is coming back around again. I wouldn't be surprised if we have another lockdown, another COVID. This is me going, I'm predicting. I feel there's another COVID happening because it's right now. It's rampant. It's everywhere. I've been sick for four weeks, and it's taken me 2 or 3 weeks to get over it. And when I went to talk to the pharmacist, he said it's everywhere. It's just everywhere. Everyone's picking it up, and it's hard to shake. And there's so many people up at the hospital that you don't even want to get to see a doctor because you're going to pick someone else's bug up there. I wouldn't even go to the hospital because I knew I was going to get something else other than COVID and glandular fever. I would have got someone else's virus by sitting in the outpatient's place. So we're going to see more cases of COVID, and we're going to possibly go back into a lockdown. I believe they'll have to do it because right now the pharmacies are pushed to the limit. They can't keep supply and demand to the products that you would use to treat COVID. I've got a whole ice box full of Hydrolite there that I have every day to ward off COVID symptoms. I don't want to get it back. I'm juicing, I'm flushing. The cup could also represent you flushing out the problem by using orange juice, chamomile tea, which is what I use, all natural therapies, V8 juice, which is all like your tomato. Beetroot's really good for cholesterol too. Beetroot, carrot, celery, garlic. I've been eating a shitload of garlic because I don't want to get it back. So it's talking about juicing, drinking lots of pure, what would you call it, boiled water, because I don't think our water's any good at the moment. I do think that we're coming into summer, and there's a lot of Salmonella cochlear you can get from chicken and bench tops. I've been wiping everything down again, like back in COVID days, because I don't want to get it back. I don't want to reinfect myself. I use lavender oil on all the bench tops. So it's talking about cleansing, doing a cleanse, doing a juice cleanse. I've been doing banana smoothies every day for B12. Now, what I've got around you, so that's what around you. That there's addictions, things you're addicted to. It could be exercise, it could be alcohol, it can be cigarettes. Addictions are formed by getting rid of one addiction and then taking up another addiction. Replacing one addiction with another addiction is a common thread with people that have got addictive personalities that are ADHD. What you've got, what's your hopes and fears? You may fear the fact that you see things long before they happen. Yeah? Because you see things that most people do not see. You see through the veil. The High Priestess is a psychic medium. I'm a psychic medium, and I have 3 water placements, and I am scared of my ability. I'm actually scared of what I do. I don't know how to control it. I've got no one to ask for guidance for. The only person I've got is Alison Dubois. She's a Scorpio, but she lives in another country. She's in, I don't know, somewhere out west, Arizona. I can't talk to her like that all the time because she's too far away. So she was studied too by the university. Schwartz was the guy that discovered her, and she was under surveillance. She was monitored for her psychic ability because she saw a car drive through the front of her window where she was sleeping with her girlfriend who had a sleepover. She moved the bed of her girlfriend and her to the opposite side of the room because she had the premonition of the car going through the front of the building. And it did. It happened within 2 hours of her moving the bed. And she woke up and went, oh my God. She talks about the fact that when her grandfather passed away, he sat on the bed and said hello to her. And she got up in the middle of the night to go and tell her mum. Her mum didn't believe in her. Thought she was cuckoo. She's a Scorpion, by the way, and she's also a profiler. She's in the police force. She was studying to do law, criminal justice system. And then all this stuff came down once her father passed away, and she just became extremely psychic, and she had to somehow navigate through that. She was helping the district attorney with all the cold cases that all over America. She wrote 4 or 5 novels, had a series called Medium, which I used to watch. I'm a huge fan of hers. Amazing, amazing person. And so she had all this stuff, and no one believed her, just like me. So I can only reach out to people like her. And I'm on this community channel because I want some advice. If anyone's got any advice, put in the comments below. Like and share the page, but put in the comments below, as a psychic medium, what do you suggest I do to calm the farm? Because I really would like downtime. I would like sleep, A. B, I want sleep without astral travelling and nightmares. So if you've ever seen The Time Traveller's Wife, that would be me. That's the guy, Eric Banner, plays the time traveller, where he's there 1 minute and then he just disappears because he's time travelled and he can't control it. But what I didn't get from that movie is that he went and saw a geneticist. I'm looking at going to see a geneticist and going, how do I stop what I do? Because I just go off. And, I've tried the whole, smell, touch, taste, eat food regular, drink lots of water so that you don't dehydrate and then start daydreaming. I've tried all of that. It doesn't work. I'm still doing it with food or without food. So if anyone's got any advice, please put it in the comments below. I greatly appreciate from another psychic medium on how they control what they do, because I've got no one to turn to. I've got a spiritual church. I used to have a shop called Rainbow Runner. I can't talk to them anymore. I've gone to a priest. They can't help me. I'm at a loss. I really would like some help. Now what you've got here is that trust that there is a reason for everything, and then everything that happens, remove yourself from the negative emotions of others and focusing on what frightens you or worries you. So again, surround yourself with people that are negative. All that negativity you're going to absorb like a sponge. This is why I don't visit people in hospitals. I was supposed to see my grandfather today. But what happens is there's all that negativity there because everyone's sad. They're either sad, sick or dying. And you take that on. If you're an open vessel like I am, I pick it all up and I go home and I get sick. The last time I saw my grandfather, I got really sick with COVID because I could feel all his fear and all his anxieties, and I was picking up the whole nursing home full of fears and anxieties. I went home and got really, really sick, and I couldn't see him for 5 weeks, and then he nearly died. So it's like I was giving him all my energy, and I recently went and saw him, and I sang Falling by Harry Styles because I was trying to cheer him up. And as a little girl, we used to sing. He taught me how to sing and how to draw. He was musically gifted. He's a savant. He's the most amazing, uh, amazing person that learned how to do music by ear, taught himself how to draw. He was just creatively gifted. My grandmother's the same. She could plant flowers, she could cook, and she could sew, and she could knit from a pattern. She was amazing. They're both savants. So it's more common for a female to be a savant, but a male savant is very uncommon. So you've got two savants together. They're highly educated, highly psychic, by the way, very highly psychic. My grandfather, for the past 6 weeks, has said to my mum, watch the car, be careful driving. The car didn't start today. And I just did earth science and it picked up the chariot in reverse. And the chariot in reverse means you're not moving forward because the car's got issues, it's got car problems. So if you're an earth sign, if you've got Taurus in your chart, check your car out because there's something to do with your car. Go and get a oil change in Greece. Go and get it looked over by a professional. But I see car problems. My son was meant to drive to Brisbane and I talked him out of it. He's up there now. He took a plane eventually because I talked him out of it. I said, your car will not make it up there. I had a Saab, beautiful car, loved it. Drove it up there and the girl said, when you drive it up there, she said that you can kiss your car goodbye because it's an older model. It was 19, whatever it was, I can't remember the year. My son's car's an older car. I said, that car, when you take it up there, you can kiss your car goodbye, you'll have to get a new car. Do you really want to be without a car? He needs his car for work. Finally, he listened because I didn't want him driving through the Bulahdelah Mountains in the dark with a car that was unreliable. Because I sensed that there was a car accident around him because I'm psychic, I see these things. And I have to warn him. He doesn't always listen. But this time, thank God, he listens because I told him, my mother told him, that's his grandmother. His dad told him he doesn't want him driving at night time because it's too risky, it's too dangerous. And he listened, and thank God, caught the plane and got there in one piece. Now what we've got here around you, okay, this is what I've pulled. So what frightens you and scares you, just keep away from that. We're also saying there's a separation between you and a water sign. So you may be currently not in the same city, state or country as someone that you really care for. It could be a brother, it could be a father, it could be a grandfather or a grandmother who's a Prince of Cups. That's a Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces energy. They could be far away from you. You're separated by distance and time. You miss them, you want to see them, you're heartbroken. It says reach out to them because they also miss you as well. And you may respond well to music. You may love music. It's saying this person is romantic, he's captivating, he's dramatic, he's flirtatious, but he's got a heart made of glass. It's very fragile. And this could also be talking about you. You may have a heart made of glass. It's fragile. Handle with care is what I say. It says you may be falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience with someone that you're far away from. It could be a new partner. It could be someone you're interested that it's younger than you, but they can't get to you because they live in another state, town, country, province. So that's what I have for you. Now, the crystal that I would have pulled today for people that have problems with sleep, nightmares, is howlite. Apparently that works with nightmares, panic attacks. I have not found it worked for me. Nothing works for me. And then I've got lapis lazuli for enhancing intuition. I don't need any more enhancement. It's too intense right now. We're coming into Scorpio season. It's going to be intense, right? Scorpions are possessive, obsession, possession, intense, hugely intense. My son Christopher has the stare and gaze of a scorpion. You never know what you're going to get with him. Scorpions are kind of the ones that, silent ones you got to watch, right? The ones that don't say much but think a lot and observe everything that you do. Extremely intense whenever I see him. I've got Scorpion in my chart too, and it's an intense conversation we have. It's an intense love that I have for him because he was this beautiful angel under an angel's wing when COVID happened. When the Twin Towers happened, as I said, I saw him under this angel's wing, and he was a 2-year-old, and in the vision, and I was 8 months pregnant with him, and I saw him under this angel's wing on this big building with rubble. I was 8 months pregnant. It's 23 years ago, and I saw him, and I'm like, there's my Cupid. And when he came out, I thought, that's Christopher. That's the one. He came straight from one life into this life. I believe he's one of the fallen ones. And so it's 23 years ago this month that he was born. And he recently, I talk about him all the time in the story about how he was under this angel's wing. And because of that, he went and got this amazing tattoo, if you can see that, of an angel's wing. That's my son's Christopher's back. Because I told him, you were a fallen one. You're a special, special child. So anyone out there that has these abilities, record them. Use a visual arts diary. I use a visual arts diary, I draw it, I date it, and then I go back and go, oh, that actually happened, exactly how I saw it. I saw the Queen's death before it happened. I saw Prince Philip's death before it happened. I saw Prince William with 3 coffins. Now, they're saying King Charles almost died recently of cancer. So that was a possibility that he could have died as the 3rd person. I don't know how his health is right now. I'm hoping it's better. But I got that 2 or 3 years ago, that he had 3 coffins. They were rosewood. And Princess Diana had a rosewood coffin. Maybe that's the energy I was picking up of that. But yeah, I see all these things and they happen. I saw Tom Cruise in a movie set, and he was going off a huge building and on a motorbike, and I saw a train track, and they had a specially made train that broke apart on the set of M16. Mission Impossible. Sorry, not M16. Mission Impossible. That's a Freudian slip. Something to do with M16 for someone. I don't know who that's for. So, yeah, Tom Cruise was on a movie set. Saw him go off a building, off a cliff, and then I saw this train track, and all this, him go off a train track with this train. I thought, what's that about? 2 years later, I think it was like a year ago, that was 3 years before, he was on a train track. They built the train for the actual scene, for the stunt. So that all happened before, I saw all of it before it even happened. I have to watch a bit of footage, and then I get the impression. I saw Reese Witherspoon in a dress, a black dress, and an Oscar in her hand. And this was before she made Big Little Lies from her own production team. She got the Oscar, just like I saw. I seem to pick up on just watching footage of someone, a celebrity. I can pick up on energy. But if I can't read that celebrity, I know it's a fake account. I've recently discovered 2 fake accounts because I couldn't read the energy. Sorry, 1 fake account, I might say. 1. The other one was actually legit. I talked about that he had a sister. He's a public figure. He's an actor. And I said when he was a kid, he had long, gangly legs. His legs were huge legs, like, you know, when you see, I don't know, a giraffe. And he's a little bit wobbly because he has these huge legs before he grows into his body, you know, like a puppy grows into its skin, like I said to the guy who's an actor. And he said, yeah, that's exactly how I was. And yes, I do have a sister. And I said, she looks nothing like you. He said, yeah, she looks nothing like me. And everything I predicted. And then I saw him get an award, an Emmy award, well, an award, for this picture called The Red, Blue and White that he acted in. Nicholas Golanstein. He got an Emmy award for it. So I was grateful I was able to pick up that energy for him. But, you know, sometimes I just see these things and I just think, well, why not encourage these people? Be their cheerleader. The world needs more encouragers. So that's what I do with my channel. I hope that helps someone out there for water signs. That's all I've got for you today for October Halloween.